Ma'am, we're trying to start our meeting.
If you could sit down, please. Thank you. Down in front.
All right, it's 6:31, and we're going to call this meeting to order. So we're going to start with roll call. Everyone is here except for Joanne Byrne. And I'm going to hand you guys a copy of the agenda if you need a copy.
Mike, you got one? I got one. Okay.
You guys need copies. You need one, Skip? Danny?
Please. I left mine on my printer to have.
Okay, it's on now.
Another one?
Oh, that's the last meeting we had last week.
All right, so this is the agenda. I sent it to you guys. Do we want to make any changes before we adopt it? So someone has to make a motion to,
Make a motion to adopt it.
Terry made a motion to adopt the agenda. He needs a second.
I'll second. Yep, you're good.
Second.
Second.
All right, and approval of the minutes from the last meeting. Mike, you sent those all to us?
I sent those out. Did we vote on that on the agenda? Is that 6-0?
Yes. Oh, wait, no, we
All in
did not vote. All in favor of adopting the agenda?
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Okay.
All opposed?
All opposed? No, no one's opposed?
You can't hear?
Microphone.
You can't-
Talking into your microphone.
Okay, how about that? Better?
That's better.
Got to lean forward like this. Yeah.
Aye.
All right, now we need to approve the minutes from the last meeting that Michael emailed us. Do I need to make a motion to approve them?
Turn that off.
I'll make a
Somebody-
motion to approve them.
I second the motion to approve.
Now we need to vote on approving them?
Mm-hmm.
All right, all in favor of approving the last month's minutes?
Aye.
Say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? 6-0, they are approved. Here is the treasurer's report that Jamie did for us. I made some copies for everyone. Thank you, Jamie.
Way to go, Jamie.
We have spent.
How come
And
there's money missing, Jamie?
he's just kidding, YouTube.
All right,
No.
according to the report that I made, we are in the same position that we were last meeting, so
No change.
no change.
And we need to get Jamie to the bank and get his name on it so we can write checks, so.
So I guess that's just something that I would just go by and just.
We have to go together because,
I didn't know if you could
yeah.
just
so what does
inform
that-
them and say, hey, Jamie, go by and sign the.
No, because we both have to re-sign. But we
Okay.
also need Terry to come too, because he's the vice chair. Because we need 2 signatures on every check, so if one of us isn't available, you'll have to.
Just
So
let
the
me
3
know.
of us need to coordinate.
And I believe you'll need the
Next.
minutes as well, where
Yeah,
all
she
like
sent
it.
me the list of everything we need, but, we just need to coordinate next week a day.
Okay.
Or, well, whenever, I know you have your other stuff going on. We'll coordinate it though.
Do
I'm
we-
pretty
do we-
flexible next week too, so.
Okay,
Do we have any bills to pay?
no. Well,
No.
we need to pay Terry and.
And reimbursement for the
We
class.
got 2 or 3 reimbursements for the class.
Yeah, just the reimbursements for the class is all we have.
Okay.
We have nothing else going on.
Okay.
So we do not have to vote about the treasurer's report. All right, let's move on to old business. So we're going to start with an extremely brief update about 254 IGA because I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on 254 Main unless you guys have something to add. But the last council meeting Terry and I were both at, they decided they're going to form a committee that will make the decision on whether or not they want to give us the property or follow through with the IGA before they rewrite the ordinances. And some of the city council were fine with doing it before we rewrite the ordinances, and some were not. So
Figure.
it didn't really seem like that's something that's going to happen anytime soon. So really, we need to figure out what else we're going to do. They might surprise us and move that along, but I didn't really get the feeling that, I don't know, Terry, you can, if you got a different
That
feeling.
was the
than
impression I got too, that it's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot, it's gonna be a lot more drawn out than we anticipated when we voted to ask for the IGA. But it also got me to thinking that if we're starting this pipeline on 254, we ought to consider asking the city, hey, what are the list of all the properties you've got, and add those properties to the request into an IGAs to find out what the city wants to do with those properties so we can act on those. If it's taken, 4 to 6 months to even see the IGA to even begin to roll the ball, then we probably ought to consider seeing if the city's open to say, hey, here's the list of the properties. We want IGAs on all of them. And we want to get the ball rolling on each one so we can see how things are going as y'all are considering zoning. Then we would be in a position to act on those properties as the zoning comes to light. And if we wait till the zoning is done, then we're sort of back where we've always been, sort of hanging back. We would be putting those in the pipeline, and each one of those properties would be coming up with a response from the city, hey, this is what we want to see done with it. And we could put our input into it. So that was what Tara and I were talking about when we came away from the meeting.
If the city council wants us to truly
Yeah.
be the real estate arm of the city, which is what everyone has called us since inception. So I guess we'll see if that's what they really want us to do, if they give us the property. But I was under the impression that it even might be longer than 6 months, because Danny, when is the ordinance going to be rewritten?
The zoning rewrite is going to be
Here.
16 to 19 month, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I'm just, I forgot what their proposal was. It was more than 16 months, I believe, from the time they start, which we haven't signed the contract yet.
Right.
will be next
So
month.
if the city council doesn't want to give us the property until the ordinances are rewritten, basically we have over a year to wait for that. And I did tell them that I felt like we could handle it because we already have the library and what it's going to look like. So we kind of already know what look and what they're going to go for downtown. And I don't know why they would make us wait on that adjacent property, because we know what they're going for, because we already have the library. But the committee will, I guess, decide from here. I'm not really sure about how committees work or who's on the committee. However, Brandon did call me last week to let me know that the committee would not be able to meet before this meeting, and they hope to meet before the next meeting. So the committee
They're scheduled to meet on the 10th of November at 5:30 before the work session in November.
Who's in the committee?
Melanie, Ann Hunsinger, and Brandon.
Okay.
Just those three.
Just those three people? Okay. And so they'll vote on it and make the decision?
Well, they'll make a decision on what they want to present to the council to follow that work session, and then Thursday, and we'll get some.
So the
hopefully
full
some
city
action.
council will make the decision, but the committee will present about it. Okay, so that's where we are, but we didn't really feel like Terry and I both left thinking that enough of the city council did not want to do it before ordinances, that it shouldn't be something we really put a lot of eggs in that basket.
So, is there a way, do we know specifically what ordinances are going to be changed, or what we're adding to or taking away, and how it would affect 254 Main, the main street side of it? Because we want to put a restaurant in, or something of the sort. So could we focus or hone in on maybe ordinances that would affect that so we could expedite?
The
this
entire zoning
process?
ordinance is up for rewrite, the entire zoning ordinance, entire thing. Every zoning category.
Yeah, there's a moratorium right now because of it.
Would that moratorium impede us from doing what we want to do
No.
with 254?
No, Paul
It would
already
not
said it
impede the
wouldn't.
city council, no.
Okay.
That was kind of at the beginning, the whole reason they thought that we were kind of focusing a little bit more on this is because whatever we put there, the hope was kind of we set that standard and not help rewrite it, but like, hey, this is what we're after. And what Tara's kind of saying, like, we know what the library looks like, we know what this looks like, but again, it's up to them. But that was kind of the whole point. They were okay with us at the beginning, like, hey, y'all's vision will help cast this future for the city. But again, if they're going to make us wait, then it's all going to be whatever they end up writing. But like you said, I mean, I think, 19, you almost might as well say 2 years. I mean, a year and a half, 2 years before you even touch that again, if that ends up not passing. So you
Sort of.
just write it off until that time, if that happens.
Sort of kind of takes the wind out our sails in a way.
A lot. I think a ton. That's my personal opinion.
It's like, see, let's have the next meeting in 2028.
Well, I brought some other ideas, so we can do some other stuff, but the city council certainly has to give us some direction because I didn't really leave that meeting with understanding what at all was what they wanted.
I
So
think-
we can make up what we're gonna do, but it's gonna go back to them and then they can
And
continue.
to
no
respect
matter
to
what it
them, I
is.
think there's a happy in between too, and this is where it's hard to show them this, and not that I'm ever for spending tons of money, but the hope I think there was, hey, we have to show them something so they know what our intentions are before they hand us stuff over. And again, this is not going to happen now, but that was kind of the whole in between portions, like, hey, here's what I want you to trust us, and here's what we want to do, instead of, hey, we just want this with, we're not showing you anything we're going to do. I see the fear from some of them, but I see the let's move forward with some of them too. It was just, it's a tough situation. I see both sides of it too, but I definitely want the property because I think we'll do good things, but I think they also wanted to see a little bit more than, hey, we're taking this property and we're doing whatever we want to with it. And I think that's how they're kind of seeing it though.
But we're not. We told them, we just want you guys to tell us what you want there, and we will make it happen. Actually, I think those are my exact words.
Yeah.
Tell us what you want there, and we will make that happen.
I agree, but I still don't think they're doing that at this point.
No, I
That's
don't
what I
think
said,
they are
like-
either, but they are, sorry, it's awkward because two of them are here.
Yeah, you're good.
Lisa,
But
did you want to say something?
why were we okay to spend $25,000
Oh,
on
I-
a study, but now it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I'm just saying, I see.
We don't know if we want you to do anything till the ordinances are rewritten, because that was all already in the pipeline. So it does kind of change what we've all heard, which is that we are the real estate arm of the city. So basically, why I wanted to keep it brief is that we will continue as we are not the real estate arm of the city until they tell us again that we are the real estate arm of the city. And the only way they can tell us that is going to be by taking the action of signing the IGA and giving us the property. Because just keep telling us that, but not giving us any property to do real estate
Y'all's
stuff
two
with.
idea is not terrible either. I actually kind of like it because it's one of those, the city owns all these other things, and the IGA is just that intergovernmental agreement. So if we ever did do something with this is what the city would get, this is what we would get. I'm not totally against y'all's, like, at least, hey, where are the properties we own? Because the agreement would probably be the same for any of those things. It's that if we sell it, they get this, we get that. And then again, everyone's different, don't get me wrong, but just a list of what we own and what we could. Because again, if it's going to take them that long to do one, hey, let's just do them all. That way we can just see
Well,
a
at least-
complete what we're dealing
Yeah,
with.
at least get the pipeline going on this if it's taking that long for the wheels to turn. Lisa, did you want to say something?
I mean, if y'all will allow me, is it okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that the city,
He's bringing the mic.
State your name and address.
Danny will also know a lot about this probably too.
I don't think that, it's not that we don't want to, it's just our hands are tied with the moratorium right now. So I don't know, and I don't know how this works, if we had a solid plan. If y'all say you're gonna get a restaurant, that's exciting, that's what everybody's asking for. But, and I don't know, again, Paul's not here to ask him, but, could we, if we had a solid plan, could we relieve the moratorium, approve your rezone, and put the moratorium right back on? I don't know how that works, but I'm not saying that I'm not willing to work with y'all. I'm just saying we have a moratorium and our hands are tied.
Oh, I
So we'd have to
didn't-
figure some things out.
Yeah, that does make, because
Can
if
I-
we've already sold it, then the people who buy it can't build on it, right?
Can I also say, we started out with 254 Main because that was the simplest one, and everybody, I think, agrees of what should go there.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a list of other properties that the city owns. The city may have other plans for some of those properties, and the city council has to designate what they want to do with those properties
And then
before
what
they
better-
turn them over to
What
us.
better way to find out is to ask for it and find out
Well,
what the city council
I
actually
think we
wants
just
to do.
did. We asked for our
Yeah.
254, and they're going into a committee, so.
Yeah.
But that's what,
That's what we do, is on all big decisions, we have a committee.
No, I understand. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's not right. I'm saying it's the city council's job to decide what to do with all the spare property, and then you give it to us. Now, you know, there's been talked about several pieces of property may turn into a park, it may not. So until they decide what they're gonna do with that property, we can't sell it.
Well, if I understand the way, and Danny, you can correct me if I'm wrong, the way I understand this IGA to begin with, at least from what Paul said, was we asked for the IGA. The IGA was then presented to the city council. Then they tell us what they'd like to see there. And then we take that and we present that to a potential builder and say, this is what they'd like to see. Now, I know in the DDA course that we all took, a simple sketch is what a lot of the DDAs had to do, and then you gave that to a potential builder or developer for that particular spot. And then after they came up with their designs or whatever, then we would help them fund their design architect. In other words, we weren't spending money, they weren't spending money twice, or we weren't spending money we didn't have to. And so that was my impression, is at least the way Paul presented it, that it would go that way. And then once the city said, yes, we agree with that, this is what we'd like to see, and then that way we could advertise the property.
Yeah, so an IGA is strictly between you all and the city, not the developer, not anybody else. And it could be just, you know, the amount, the property, are we gonna sell it to y'all, are we gonna ask for this, you wanna give you commission? And they could have some building standards, but I think what we're getting too caught up on is the rezone. The property is already zoned central business district. Restaurant could go there right now if the
So a
city council.
moratorium doesn't affect this
No,
at
a
all?
moratorium is for a rezone. City council is not affected by their zoning. Just like this building here is zoned educational. It's not educational no more, but the city is not adhered to its own zoning laws, even though we try. But currently, that 254 is zoned central business district.
So even if someone buys it with the correct.
If a restaurant came to y'all and said,
Then they don't need,
They can
okay,
build.
so then.
yeah, if y'all had a restaurant, and I'm not speaking for the council, we got two of them here in the mayor, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but if it was something grand and everybody loved it, I think the 18-month window we're saying would be maybe 3 months. But there are some things that has to be ironed out in the IGA as far as the financial issues, but not so much the architect or what we want. Maybe it's more of what we don't, or I'm speaking for the council, what they don't want to see here. That's what an IGA is for. That's what takes some time. That's not, we don't have to wait for the moratorium or the rewrite to be done before we say what we don't want
No,
or what
no,
they don't
we
want.
don't have to,
Yeah.
but Paul was ready to do the IGA, and the city council stopped him and said, we want to,
Well, we're meeting in November to talk about the IGA.
okay.
Talk,
Before
committee.
the work session.
The 3 council members, so the point, just to give y'all a little lesson, the point of committees is that's 3 council members. That's half of the vote. The mayor's ex officio on all committees, even though he doesn't vote, he can attend all the meetings. So that committee makes a recommendation to say, we're gonna take this before the council, or we're not gonna take this before the council. At that time, they'll say, yes, they'll give us instructions, as me and Paul, as what to do. 3 council members can tell me and Paul, hey, start the draft IGA, let's have it on this date, the council can present it for council for approval. Then it comes before the city council and approval and a formal vote. And that's the process. Now, what we're gonna talk about on November 10th is strictly nothing but 254 Main Street. That's all that's on the agenda.
Okay.
Is that,
Okay, so it's on the agenda for November, and they will talk about it.
The committee.
The committee and then the city council. So the committee meets first, and the city council will talk about it.
it may be on city council, may not be. I'm not sure, because it's what the committee says. They may say, let's
What they
put this
decide
on.
to bring forward.
To the work session?
No,
Okay.
to the.
Work
committee
session and the
before
council
work
meeting.
Well, if I'm hearing you right, there's gonna be a committee meeting and then just before the work session. So out of that committee meeting, it's possible it may make it into the work session?
Absolutely, it's possible.
Okay.
Possible, but I don't know if it would be that quick.
Well, I was just
Sorry.
It could, the city council could add it to the agenda, yes.
Right, yeah.
I think all of us are just a little skeptical that this will be something.
And I don't believe when y'all keep talking about a restaurant, that was the thought process before we've got a restaurant coming now. That may change. You may decide that the restaurant's not the right thing there and sell the council. I think what they're looking at is a lot of, we don't want a 4-story building in the middle of downtown type thing,
And
so.
I'm pretty sure a lot of us don't want that.
I agree. So we just have to, we'll work through it.
All right, so again, that being said, until we find out where we have some real estate to be the real estate arm with, we don't need to talk about it. So I will put it back on the agenda if it goes through any process at the next thing. So the next thing on the agenda is the website versus Facebook versus the city page. So did everyone see Kyle's email he sent us of the draft? Kyle is here. If you don't know Kyle, he's right back there.
I didn't get an email.
You didn't get the email? Oh, he asked for your email. Didn't you ask for David's email? Yeah. We didn't do that. That's our.
You get no email.
so-
I'll make sure to get it to you here. I know, I'm not blaming you.
I'll forward it to you.
No, not at
I'll
all.
forward you right now.
So Terry and I talked about the website too. And so that first page I just gave you guys all of my stuff for tonight, is the first 2 pages are a solution that kind of works towards what Terry's idea was. So Terry's idea was not to pay for our own website, let Kyle do what he does, which is just going to be a basic landing page with basic information. And then we do all our updates and posts and everything through a Facebook page. So I just went and kind of researched how that would work. And it will work by doing this first steps of what we will need. Like Kyle will link our Facebook and that's what this will be. But in order to have the toolbox and the things for business owners to get resources, we need a group. And we would need to start a private group that we only allow business owners or potential business owners in. I don't think it's that serious that, you know, if someone's potential and they are in there and don't ever start a business. But a group allows us to post all the, like toolbox items, like applications, permits, links to other websites. You can't do that on just a normal Facebook page, and you can't have documents, but in a group you can. So we already have the 2 Facebook pages, one for economic development and one for downtown. So we just need to form a group that business owners can join and link that and like tag it to the top where they can get their paperwork or any information they needed, like the Georgia City loans and things like that.
Would public be able to get in and preview this as well from the, you know, if they go to the city's homepage and see the DDA link and then pull up our page and then it takes them to our Facebook page, will they be able to look there?
I
On that page?
don't know why we would want to keep the public out. I
Yeah, I
mean,
wouldn't
everything
think we
I
would
read
either.
said a private group for business owners, but like, what would we want in there that we wouldn't want anyone to see?
That's right. Oh, I wasn't saying, didn't mention it as a concern about the public. I was
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about opening, making sure it was open to the public for them to see what we're doing and comment about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I would
asking
think
about.
so too. I don't know, unless any of you guys can think of a reason we would need a private group for
We
business
need it
owners.
open. For sure.
I mean, I guess if business owners wanted to discuss like clientele privately, they probably need to not do that in
Well, they would email us directly, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or public complaints. So that's one option, other than, that won't cost us money of hiring someone to build us a page, other than, you know, what Kyle's gonna build for us through the city. We will all be administrators on the Facebook page and the Facebook group. So we would kind of split the responsibility through all of us, or one of us will be over it. But that is how we came up with maybe a good idea how to handle the We Need a Website saga that is gonna have a second birthday soon. Questions, comments? Bad idea, good idea?
Just because I'm thinking through Facebook group with the owners open, that's the only thing I'm somewhat, it's not that you're hiding anything, it'd be someone more complaining about stuff and doing stuff between owners that it's just a bad look if it's out there. I can already think of parking issues and other things that people would put in that group. And I just don't think, not that you're hiding anything, it's one of those that's open if you want to get in it. But I don't, I'd say, hey, if you're going to do a group with the owners that are actually occupying those buildings, I would keep it private. Just because most likely it's not going to be, hey, it's a great day right here at my store. It's going to be, hey, what the heck is going on right here? I'm not happy. Just, I usually will talk if I'm not happy. If I'm really happy, I'm going to be fine.
That's a good idea.
I'm just being honest. It's one of those, it's not that it's bad. It's not that you're hiding anything. It's just, if I'm in that group talking through stuff, it's not going to be, hey, I'm thrilled right now. So, just a thought.
I think you're concerned, if I'm hearing you right, that you don't want it to become a political page.
No, it doesn't need to become a political page.
Well, I think that's where the administrators would take control of the page, you know, if you
Just
started
like
to
they've
see some
taken
threads.
control of all these other pages that are out there.
Well, that's if you look at most of the Facebook pages who are administrators, it's up to that group, how they thin things out. So it would be the same responsibility we would have. You know, if you see somebody getting on there and we're starting down that same old pig path about parking, and you've already got 3 threads, you say, well, that thread's got to go away, you know?
The only thing I'm thinking right now at this point, it's small enough to be a group text. How many is there, 10 of us? I mean, honestly.
Well, this is not just for the people who are there, it's for people who potentially want to come.
And that's great. I love
But
that.
I do agree that maybe asking some questions so that you have to get in, now that you write that, because you don't want to have someone mad at Tire Dock and go on there and none of us catch that they've posted a bunch of nasty stuff. You're going to get less of that if you only accept people where we can be like, have you already applied for a business license with the city of Loganville? What is your potential business if you don't, ask some questions where it might deter someone.
Well, you could also put that in the disclaimer at the top of the page that this is not a complaint forum, this is an action thing, and along those same lines, that, this is about the topics that we're talking about. This is to show people what we're doing for comments and feedback. This is on what we're doing, not consumer complaint board, something to those effects at the top. Like most, no political statements, no personal attacks, no bad language, blah, 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 all that stuff. And then, that's grounds for being removed and, taking off access to the page if necessary, So those would be ways that's the way it would be regulated anyway, because I know some of those Mustang forums and stuff that I go on, what year Mustang do you have?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the happening between what I was saying and you're saying. I think I agree with what Tara, it's like, or what you're saying, Terry. It's, hey, it's open. You can go do it, but it's just going to be downtown Loganville business owners. And it's like the 5 questions or whatever, just basic stuff. So it is public, yes, but like, I'm not going to let you, if you join
You
and we
can't
start seeing,
comment.
you're not going
Because
to.
I think I'm in one Loganville public group that lots of people are in, and unless you join the group, you can't comment, and if you want to, they ask you questions.
Yeah.
So I think we should probably put something out there so people aren't just able to comment.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, is there a way to kind of like if somebody comments to have it like in space until somebody approves the comment? Or
Well, a lot of pages, when you first join and you make a comment, they'll put it in a pending column until an administrator looks at it, and it'll be approved or not approved. I've had a number of my comments done that.
We can also put it so that the group won't post it if they use a word that we don't
Keywords.
want them to use. So like if everyone hates Danny, then no comments with Danny will post until one of us sees it and approves it.
Or if anybody says Alabama football or something like that.
Right, so anytime someone writes Danny, it immediately says, nope, your comment got sent to the
Chevrolet's good.
administrator.
Chevrolet's good.
Yeah, no
Your comment got
Chevrolet.
sent, your comment was sent to the city manager.
Yeah,
If I would just let you know that I would highly encourage y'all to get with Paul before you delete, regulate comments on a Facebook page that's a entity of a government.
Would that Facebook page be considered an entity of the
Yes.
government?
Yes, you are.
I guess because it's linked to it, yeah.
So I would,
No,
you
no,
know,
we're an
before y'all
entity.
make regulations about what you're gonna do on your page, I would get with Paul and discuss with him first.
then it needs to be a private group. Yeah, it's gotta be a private,
100%.
because we can't remove anything from it, so it's gotta be a private group.
Is this something that the downtown businesses are asking for? Are they asking for a group page to communicate? Is
No.
Well, we need a way to communicate with them,
With them.
and we
It's
need a
more so we
way
can communicate with
to,
them.
Well, a little
Offer
bit of
them,
background, when the LDA was formed, the LDA had its own website. And that website had on it a toolbox where businesses could go to get forms for business loans, different things like that. It also had information about how to contact us. Right now, the DDA has nothing unless you've put it up on the city's website, and I don't think we have yet. And so this is a way to get out there to contact us, to, get forms that they may need if businesses are coming in. I understand, the need for Facebook, but I think it's better run such as the city's Loganville government runs it as a government. It's not a landing page or a group page, it's more of an information page.
well, that's
And I could
what
be
our
wrong.
Facebook, our page would be. We're talking about a group where they could go and get the information. We can't post like applications to city funds and
I
stuff like that.
thought they were gonna do that on the city's website page.
Nothing that can be updated, and nothing that will have to constantly be updated. He will update it once, and he'll update, like, when I get fired, he'll put my replacement, like that
Well, no,
kind
I
of
was
stuff.
like the toolbox with all the forms and all, that's pretty much stayed the same.
Well, is it
And I know,
Kyle got the mic.
and I know you assigned Joanne to talk to him about it. I'm just stepping in here, but
Kyle has the mic.
Yeah, I don't mind. We can put a document section on y'all's page, and we can put documents on there that people can go and get those documents, PDFs, if you have forms or anything like that.
Yeah,
My
but
only concern is if you're going to change it monthly or change it weekly, or it's going to be a constant revolving document, that it's going to become a lot of constant updates.
and if we actually start doing stuff, we should have things, like if we develop grant programs, we want to add grants. If we have applications for events, we do. We want to be able to do that. And Kyle can't put those on all the time. So that's where a group would help. They can go to the group and get our ongoing stuff. Like if we start a monthly thing or a quarterly thing or anything like that, whatever our plans are.
So if this city webpage that you hit, when you go loganville.gov and you see DDA in the corner there, and you click it, that basic webpage would pop up. And let's say it's got a picture of the map of what the DDA is responsible for, and then our mission statement, and then if you want to contact with the board, it's got our email addresses, and then you'd have those boxes for those PDFs down at the bottom. And then if you wanted to see what we're up to, go to our Facebook page, and these are the highlights of 254. This is the current deal, and this is where we're at. And is that what you're kind of saying?
Yeah, I would recommend putting all your static information, like your mission statement, any other information, kind of what's already on there. It has board members, but it's the old list of board members. And all that static information, you put it on there and it'll stay static.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna use a Facebook page, just use your Facebook page and put your updates on there like the city does. People can search a Facebook page. So if they're trying to find about 254 Main Street, they can go to your Facebook page and search for 254, and it's gonna pull up all the posts about 254. So
And
that's
if
up to y'all how you
And if
handle
you
it.
had a grant that we were gonna offer, you'd have that, here's the grant we're gonna do in that post, just like what he was talking about.
Okay.
Pretty much open to do it however y'all wanna do it.
I think
My
we're
only
good
concern
on.
is the constant, I just don't want
Yeah, I
constant
think we're good
revolving
on your
information.
part.
So
I
however
just-
y'all lay it out, just tell me what to change, what to update.
like
That's what
Terry's
the
plan.
email was about. So just reach out to me and say, can we move this, can we do this, can we update this? And we'll get it laid out however y'all want it. I can put a link to Facebook and stuff on there too.
Yeah. So we want to go with just a Facebook page, no group, with our information on the website so they can contact us. Okay.
Pending Paul's review on the Facebook?
No, we know we're not allowed to delete comments if it's a page.
Okay.
We're so well aware. Okay, I think we have to have a motion to approve. Oh, no, I was going to say, is that will require us all to be able to answer people's questions, though. So if we make a concerted effort to be recruiting businesses and stuff, they're not going to be able to get this information from a DDA website. And going on Facebook and searching a group or a page isn't necessarily something. So if we take the group element out of it, they're going to contact us directly when they need to know about this stuff. So everyone has to be able to answer the questions and guide them through that, unless we want to direct them through the Facebook group to contact one single person for different things, which we can talk about. But I just wanted to point that out.
Well, I think the emails listed on the homepage there would be that, where someone wants to reach out to somebody. And almost all of us is probably pretty much going to know what's going on, unless we're on vacation. And then I'll turn them over to you.
I was about to say, I don't even know half of it, so I just don't. Okay, someone has to make a motion for this new plan, and so we can vote on it.
I make a motion, we do all that stuff he said.
Are we moving forward with this?
So we're gonna move forward with a single page with information, download docs, and then just a generic Facebook page that we post things that are happening. That's basically it?
Yeah.
I like it. Perfect.
Do we need to
Keep
vote
it
on
simple.
Yeah. I think we did.
Yeah, we have to vote on
Yeah.
everything except for,
She's the boss.
Do we need to make
yeah, you need to make a motion.
I'm making a motion to adopt that plan of a single page website and a generic Facebook page with no group, private or public. All in favor?
Aye.
Was there a second?
Did you get a second?
I seconded it.
Braxton
Okay.
seconded.
Who seconded?
Me.
Brax.
Brax. Just in
All in
terms.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Kyle, we will respond to your email now that we have made the decision, and I'll send you the links to the Facebook pages that are already made, so you can link them.
Question, can I ask one question, just because I don't think this has to do much of this? I just emailed David right here. He had a DDA, did you make that email?
Yep.
Should we all have an email on that page to get a hold of each one of us? What do city council members have? Like, just
So
curious.
It's not
When
on their
when I-
Facebook page.
When I emailed you guys the other day, you still own a domain somehow that you've paid for from the old website. The website's not up, but someone had access to get to that domain.
Yeah, and
which
he's no
was
longer- he's no longer on the
developmentauthority.com
board.
or loganvilledevelopmentauthority.com. So you can actually set up, it's called a email forward.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that though, because we're not gonna keep paying for that.
Oh, okay, so you're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
let
like-
that go, you're not gonna keep it?
Yeah, no, it's like
Okay.
$500 a month,
So,
or I mean, a year.
Just
so
where we're at
that's-
right now, we probably just need to all have an email
I
that
mean-
we don't mind putting out there where people could contact any of us. Because honestly, if somebody's really interested in doing something with the city, they're gonna probably email one of us to start the process, or somebody on the city council.
Yeah, your only concern, like the city council has city emails, because then when a city council member leaves, we have control over who gets the future emails for that mailbox. So if you guys have a member that leaves and they have an old email address that's an LDA and say it's a Gmail account, that account might still be getting emails, but you guys aren't getting the emails because you didn't have control over the Gmail account. So that's the reason that you set up like your own domain or your own thing that you have control over. Or you have one mailbox that's named Loganville Development Authority. In that mailbox, if it's a Gmail, it can actually send out to other people too, or all of y'all can have access to the account too. But then when somebody leaves, you change the password and.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea. One
That's a great
Gmail we
idea.
all can log into.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm agreeing on, like, do we need to make that
well, we can make it, and, or like one of us can make it and give all the rest of us the password so that we can all get it on our phones or our computers. But that stops us each from having our own, because like he said, like when I get fired, if I've been working with like 10
We just change the
businesses.
password.
Yeah, but you won't be able to get in if I have my own. If I have like
Oh, no, I
Tara
agree. I'm
DBA.
agreeing 100%.
Yeah,
Like,
so.
Is that something that we need to do, or one of us needs to work on?
I mean, setting up a Gmail account, whichever one person wants to do it and give us the password, I think go for that.
I think that needs to be done to, just so it's on that page, so I have no problem saying that.
All right, you win. No, you're running unopposed for the Gmail job.
Yeah, that'll make way more sense for all of us to just share that one email and then, okay. So then, Kyle, I'll get with you as soon as I get that made, probably tomorrow. And that way you at least can put that way you'll have it and you can put it on whatever page it ends up being.
Yeah, I'll put it on, as soon as you send it to me, if you email it to me, I'll put it on.
Do you, only because you know this stuff, they say Gmail, is there one you recommend over others, or security wise, is there one? Perfect. Just making sure. Thank you, sir.
All right, next up we have training update. I've done mine, Michael's done his, Terry's done his. Jamie, congratulations.
You did it.
Very certified today.
Just under the wire.
David and Braxton
On it. Almost done.
Two of these things are not like the other.
Yep.
are almost done.
I thought,
I'll take my public flogging outside.
So we got three more to go with Joanne. Well, she might have already taken her. She's not here to defend herself, so.
She's not here. I know she got that awesome opportunity and she's not running for council. Is she still planning to stay on with us? Yes.
She is currently still planning on
Okay.
it, yes.
Awesome. I
I
like her.
reached out
I just
to her
wanna
and
make sure.
spoke to her, so that might change in the future, but for now, that's all we know. All right, next we're gonna move on to new business.
under training update,
Uh-huh.
what happened with our thing with the business authority in January and February?
I thought we put it off until January and February, didn't we?
Yeah, but we've got to get back with them and give them dates to set it up.
Yeah.
I think Danny, didn't in the last email, we said we would reach out to them in January?
Those people that were doing that little training class.
The
Yeah,
GMA.
said January or something you would get back or something.
I
can
thought we
check
told
and
them
see.
we'd give them dates.
I haven't
that they
said
could do
nothing
it
to 'em.
January,
I think that whole thing was sort of framed around our education or the hours we had to have, if I want.
No.
It
No.
wasn't.
No,
That's
it
just-
wasn't gonna count
Had nothing to
towards
do with
It's
that.
just
Well,
informational.
It's a thing for us to learn how to move forward. It's not, she made very clear it wasn't a required training.
I think we left it with the new council, maybe having a retreat with everybody. I thought that's where we
Yeah,
left it.
that's what I thought
thought so,
too.
too.
And I thought that was, I'll go back and look through my email tonight and make sure, but I'm pretty sure that was addressed with them directly.
But that website for training that you guys have taken is still open for David Braxton?
Yeah, it's
Joanne?
always open, it's just
Oh,
that
yeah, we
you
know
may,
that.
yeah, I think anybody can take it, I don't.
If you got $50,
Yeah,
you can take it.
Sure can. Okay,
Let's get your
so,
money
Braxton
back.
could probably do a training session on changing diapers by now, couldn't you, Braxton?
Oh. Nighttime.
Are we using the Velcro or are we using
That'd be
pen?
quick. It ain't like the old
Did
days.
you use a pen?
Huh?
Did you use a pen?
Oh, yeah, long time ago.
I love it.
all right, new business. So first, we're gonna talk about the monthly meeting. We were doing like third Thursday or something, but I think Thursdays don't seem to be working out for everyone. So I don't know if we want to come up with a permanent day or keep going as we are and kind of discussing amongst each other in the group text, like here's the days I'm available.
I could be wrong. I think I was the reason during the last 3 months. Like, we just finished our season. So I think I was the only reason we started to change. But I'm
Okay.
good now. So unless anybody else has a problem with that third Thursday, that was great with me. It was just these few months we had games for the last 3
I
months.
think it was the third, and Danny, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was the third Thursday because the first or second week, the city council has it.
Second.
Last week, the
Planning, development.
planning and development has the city hall here, so that was why we were always on the third week.
Like I said, unless
And the
someone,
LDA
unless,
only-
unless someone else
well,
has a
the
problem,
LDA
we
only
can
met
go.
every other month too. We didn't meet monthly, so.
We can go
Okay,
back.
so do we want to keep the third Thursday now that Braxton's available?
Sorry, I messed it up.
There's always one.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm okay if you are okay.
I don't see any like craziness in the next Thursday. So our next meeting would be November 20th. Is everyone good for that?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
you.
I may not be here. I may not be here in November or December, I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I'm going to put a caveat on the month of November myself because the lake drawdown's taking place and I got to rebuild part of my dock. So it's not one of those deals, when the water's down, I got to get down there.
Well, just for November, I guess we could like, well, maybe, well, you were saying there's a constraint. Is there any other day, the first week in November that,
When's Thanksgiving?
27.
27th, okay, so we're ahead of that. Well, we ought to be all right.
I think
possibly.
the first week of November might be a little too early to meet again. That's just 2 weeks away.
gotcha.
But we could do the second week.
Hmm.
Oh,
City
at city
council?
council? Well,
Well, should we change
what's
the
more
meeting place
important?
for one time? I'm on maybe a
we
IHOP
don't want to
breakfast
meet
for
at
one
the
month.
same time as city council. Oh, you mean in the morning?
Well, just for 1 month. I'm sure we could.
I
find-
think, I know you can't do mornings, right, Terry?
I can't. Mm-mm.
I prefer not to do mornings. I have my job.
Let's just stick with the 20th and just play it by ear and see who can make it and who cannot.
I think us four just said we can make it. That's
No, Jamie, you might have surgery, Jamie.
Probably
I'm like
not
his
that
mom.
late. If I'm having that, it's going to be way sooner than that. If not, I'm going to have to just like, somebody's going to take me behind the woodshed and put me out of my misery.
Okay, so as long as 4 of us can do it and we have a quorum, I just don't want to cancel and set the.
And even if I did have the
Citizens
surgery, it's not
off.
like it puts you out. You're done a day after. You're supposedly 80% better, so.
Okay, so then we'll keep November 20th and we've got a quorum.
Okay.
And we didn't even ask Joanne yet, so she might be, I mean, we only had 4 and we got 6 here today, so look at this. All right, so November 20th, and let's go ahead and talk about December now so we can
Well,
get that done.
December?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to be out of town a lot in December.
Oh, I was going to say,
December 18th would be the third Thursday. I would say we could skip a December meeting, but it's going to be so important for us to be ready and planned and have everything planned to start doing something in January. That these next 2 meetings, we have to be making some decisions, so,
Well, a
Maybe-
tentative December 18th, and when it gets closer to where schedules are out.
okay.
maybe we float that day too, just to see how the city council comes out on the November meeting on 254.
And I don't think, the city isn't having a December meeting.
Well, we're having a combined first
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they're doing, they're combining their meetings. So it'll be on Tuesday only?
on Thursday.
Thursday only, okay. All right, so we all good with those dates, November 20th, December 18th? All right, next, we have Morning Mingle we're hosting in November. So, let me see what our date is, I think it's the 21st. Yes, November 21st, we host a morning mingle, and it's at, what's the name of the building? It's at the Ag Building. So I ordered some stuff on my own, and I did not use DDA funds, so please don't get mad at me, YouTube. I used my own. So I ordered like stuff for it, but I don't know if you guys have an idea for like catering or breakfast of a local company.
Well,
It seems
what-
like everyone does Great Harvest or Caribou, so I was trying to think outside the box, like something different, because we are the DDA and we should support a local business, but I don't know. if
Last
it-
year, we used Caribou Coffee,
Yeah.
and they brought everything for us.
Yeah, I think.
Now, what about a
like-
Waffle House truck? I know my buddy Lindstrom, he manages all the ones around here in Loganville.
A Waffle House
A
truck?
truck, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I love it.
Smothered and covered.
I can
a
ask him
great
if it's
idea.
available, but,
Bite to Eat, do they do breakfast? They're only open like 3 days. Does anybody know if Bite to Eat does breakfast?
He might
Oh, yeah.
Talk to them.
What's that?
She said I can talk to him and he might do breakfast even if he's not open.
Where'd you say this was gonna be at?
It's at the Ag Building, is the building right next door to the, City
Rock
Hall.
Gym.
What are the hours of it?
It start at 8, Christy? 8:30, and then I think,
Okay.
and I think we need to talk there, right? We need to have like some subject to talk about.
So, yeah, so people start arriving around 8:15, 8:20, and up until about 9, we just kind of stand around, network, mingle, and then we'll get everybody's attention. We go around the room, let everyone introduce themselves, and then we'll turn it over to you all, to everyone there that's there to tell all about the DDA. Anything, to tell them everything. You can hand them pamphlets. You could do whatever you want to do at that point, because it is your time to shine.
Okay. So, we kind of, maybe we get back to Morning Mingle and what we're gonna talk about. Well, I guess we have another meeting before Morning Mingle, so we can solidify it, but it's the night before, so. But what I did is I used a local bakery that does cookies and got our logo put on them and like Loganville, like cute stuff like that. We could hand other stuff out, and we probably do need to have some decisions made on what we're gonna do, so we can talk about that. And if any of you guys can come to it, I obviously will be there. Michael, you're not gonna be there.
Oh, I don't know. I may be in surgery then, I don't know.
In what?
I'm gonna have surgery within.
Oh, okay, yeah. So do you guys think any of you guys can be there?
What day is it on?
21st, Friday.
What is that?
It's a Friday
Go
morning.
next week.
A Friday morning?
Mm-hmm.
The 20, I should be able to be.
We did it last year. You just need some drinks and something to eat for breakfast, and kind of, it's a good place to make contacts.
I've been to a
Meet
few
people.
of them. It's-
Yeah,
Yes. Pretty,
How big
pretty
is it?
informal. You don't have to do anything elaborate.
20 to 50.
This past one, they did Bojangles, and they brought a little bit of Great Harvest, and that was it.
Okay, but ours is gonna be informally the most elaborate.
That's okay, whatever you guys
Thank
want
you.
to do. Just don't want to put a burden on you.
Not burdened at all. It's what I live for.
High expectations.
Okay, so for sure David will be there. For sure I'll be there.
I'll try to be
Unless
there.
there's an emergency, I will be there.
Braxton.
I'm 80%
good.
sure I'll be able to be there. I just have to look at a few things, but I should be able to be there. Friday mornings are normally open for me.
Okay. All right, and we'll check with Joanne and see if she can be there. I'm not sure if she started a new job, she can take a morning off yet. So that's good. I'll talk to A Bite to Eat about catering, and then I will talk to you about the Waffle House truck.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and find out if it's available that day. That way we can pull the trigger on it if you want.
Yeah, that's pretty fun too.
They do a great job.
I like it. Okay, and then is there anything else you guys think we should give out, like information about us, a pamphlet?
Now, will the little Facebook thing, and contact information, how people are going to get in touch with, would that happen to be ready so we can hand stuff out there?
Well,
Or
our Facebook pages are already built,
I
so
just-
we could actually do like a QR code to locate to
Or,
them.
or if we actually got the webpage, homepage from the, developed homepage, we could print one of those out and hand it out to
Hand
people
it out
too.
there.
I just
I
made
don't-
the email too, so I'm emailing it to y'all right now.
I don't know where they're at, but we had all those business cards somewhere too. so.
I don't have them.
Where are
I don't have them either.
I'm sure Dana or Jamie both have them.
We can make a new one.
No, call them and ask them.
Yeah, these.
Yeah, those. I have like 20 of them, but we ordered like 1,000 of them.
Just a generic look. It looks fly by night to me.
They last.
Oh, we need better than that. We need to make these.
They look like fly by night right there.
Gold leaf.
Yeah,
They look.
I will gladly volunteer to remake these and have them ready for that morning.
Okay. So Braxton's
rolling.
gonna do that, and
Done.
I guess we can communicate.
I'll text you with the proofs.
Yeah, we can come up with anything else you guys wanna give out. until then. And any subjects you guys think we should specifically talk about? It's kind of hard since we don't have a plan yet of what we're going to talk about, but we can wing it.
Well, if we talked about the general vision, you know, about what we're attempting to move forward on, I think that would, you know, inform people that are there.
Just remember, if we start talking business, it's open meetings and we have to keep records and all that,
If there's a quorum,
if there's a quorum.
if there's a quorum.
I mean,
So
if
I'm
we
not
don't-
coming.
If we don't talk business and stuff, I don't think we have to.
Right.
Yeah, as long as we're not talking about anything we're going to vote about, right?
Well, not only that, but
Well, I
what
think
our
any
plans
business in
and
general,
intentions are
yeah.
making decisions on.
You talking about for the ag building meeting? Yeah, I would advertise it. If you're gonna be there, you're gonna be talking about City of Loganville, I'm sure.
Okay,
Probably would
yeah.
need
So we just
agenda
need
and
to
meeting.
advertise.
You don't need
it.
an agenda, just you can, you know, I would email Paul and get his opinion. He may say no, but I would ask him.
And we'd also have to
If it was
advertise
the City of Loganville, I would,
also,
I would just
yeah.
tell you that. I would for the City of
And
Loganville.
the only reason I brought that up, he told us that last year.
Yeah.
But only 2 of us showed up, so, or 2 or
Yeah.
3.
If you have a quorum and you're discussing
You
city.
got 4 more
We
of
had a
us.
quorum last year because you were there, Dana was there, I was there, and Jamie was there.
Is Jamie there?
Mhm.
Dempsey.
The other Jamie, not that one.
Better be
Dempsey.
safe and just advertise it.
Okay, I'll advertise it. I'll send the Walton Tribune an email today, tomorrow.
Well, now is Christie? Now, have you advertised this already? The morning mingle? So have we already, so will this already been advertised?
I have like an email blast that I send out monthly, weekly
Okay, so it's not
updates to-
publicly advertised?
No,
Okay.
every once in a while, like the newspaper will pick it up and advertise it, but
Okay.
it's just kind of like word of mouth
And
and we
we,
send it
yeah,
out.
we
So-
legally have to advertise.
So
it
we would have to
ourselves.
advertise this since DDA's doing, there's gonna be
Yeah,
a
but
sponsor. then we
advertising
got-
is just.
You could just put a sign out
on
in
the
front of
city
this
calendar.
door right
We're talking
here, and
about
that would be
advertising, put it on the
advertising.
city calendar.
And I email the Walton
about the ag
Tribune,
building?
and they
Well,
have a choice
If
to
I'm
put it up.
understanding this right, this thing's kind of about the DDA at this meet and greet, so it does need to be.
You have to do it just like you're doing this meeting right now.
Yeah.
You put it on Muni
And that's
Code,
what-
it sends
yeah,
advertisement
she
to the
does the
paper.
advertisement to invite everybody in.
Right.
But Tara
I have
has
to
to put
tell the
on the
Walton
city's
Tribune
website that it's a
and go
meeting.
on the city
And that's what I was kind of confused about, because if she was already posted it publicly, then about us being there, then it was already been advertised, but it's not. So it's not on the calendar like that, so that's the reason why
Yeah,
I
we
was
have,
asking
we have
about
to
it.
treat it as a meeting. just
Yeah.
like it is.
All right, so I will put it on, go into Municipal and I will let the Walton Tribune know. All right, next is Christmas. It's coming on Main Street. And so Christy's here, but since we're not doing any real estate, we could probably get involved. So I came up with a bunch of ideas, and we don't have to do any of them. You guys might have better ideas. Some of them I don't even like, some of them I love, but I wanted to have a low cost, just community things we could do to help the businesses downtown in the overlay, some ways to get businesses outside of the Main Street overlay in, and some that could generate income for us, because that's been a talk of how we can generate income so we have money to do things, and some that, you know, we could do yearly, so it's ongoing. So I gave you guys all a handout with them on them. Anyone have any comments, questions, ideas of their own, things we can do? I think one thing we have to do is come up with a plan of something to do. And this might be a good place to start, because otherwise we're just meeting and talking about things endlessly. And there is certainly something the 7 of us can do in the community other than meet once a month to talk. So the first one was like, I just went to other DDAs and things they had done and looked stuff up on Google. So one thing is like a Deck the Downtown, which gets everyone to actually make their Main Street businesses look nice for downtown. The town green is already like decorated nicely. The city does the poles and stuff like that. So if we got the business owners to do something, we don't have all those empty buildings that we usually have on Main Street, so that might be something. We could do votes, we could do something small like give them a certificate if they won. We could do a mayor's choice, a people's choice, anything like that for people who decorate their buildings. And obviously, that would drive foot traffic if everything's really highly decorated, especially if you have kids. You're looking for that stuff during the holidays. A shop small passport, which is something that Brandon had suggested a while ago, but it might work good during this, is like a punch card to use the local businesses. And, you know, it's a good excuse. You don't actually have to buy anything as long as you go in the business and get it stamped if they're in the downtown overlay, if they want to participate. So you might have businesses that don't want to participate, but if they do, that's a way to get people in. And once you get the full thing, you are entered into a raffle. We could give stuff away. The tree trail I really like is letting businesses decorate a tree and having them on Main Street, kind of like a, what did you guys call the one you did in the city?
Festival of Trees.
Yeah, like a festival of trees type thing. That way businesses outside of the downtown overlay could get involved and they could pay for their own trees and it would bring people downtown. Letter to Santa, Melanie actually and myself procured a mailbox last year and it needs repainted again because I didn't do a great job, but it's actually a life-size U.S. Postal Service that we could set up and, you know, sponsored by the DDA where kids can come. If we could place it somewhere downtown. It was in front of my buildings last year, but it doesn't have to be there. It could be on the town green or somewhere else where kids could put the letters in. We wrote back to all the letters, so the DDA could do that. I could continue to do that. But obviously that brings people downtown, and it brought a lot of people to my shop because we wrote back. So lots of people came. So if we put that somewhere, that could bring people downtown. So those are the low cost ones. The mid-range ones is like a market where we could maybe use the back parking lot or something because we can't obviously shut down 20, but people could pay for like a booth. We could have food trucks, like anything that would generate some income, and we could, you know, Main Street businesses right there could get their booth free. Loganville businesses could pay $25, and then anyone outside Loganville who wanted to sell has to pay $50, so that could generate. Something that Madison did is adopt a light pole program. So a family or a business can adopt a light pole and they get like a plaque on it and garland and ribbon and like a mini wreath. It was cute, but I don't know if they did it themselves. I couldn't figure that out. But if you're charging $100 a pole and we have like 40 poles, that's $4,000 in revenue.
And for businesses, that would even be tax deductible, wouldn't it, since it's coming to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So like if Tire Doc does it, it is tax deductible because you'll be paying the DDA. So I don't know how many light poles are on Main Street. I keep forgetting to count them. So, but we don't have to do just Main Street. We could do the whole Main Street overlay. We could, but it's a good way for people if they wanted to get their name downtown. And lots of people want their name downtown because they, you know, downtown is supposed to be the hub. 12 days of downtown deals through Facebook is something that Monroe did, I believe. And they just charge people to buy in. And if you give us $20, we'll feature you on our website. I don't know if that one's very viable for us because we'll have a new Facebook page with hardly any followers. The holiday parade that is on November, I think it's 29th. We could set up a VIP station where you could buy tickets that are front row. And I think that would do wonderful because I have fist fights in front of my business, people trying to get to the front. So if we could set up like an area where you could pay to get tickets, I don't know if there's a large area where you could actually see the parade, that might be an idea.
That's not a bad idea. I'm just thinking alley-wise, does it normally turn behind my shop? Is that normally where it turns?
Mm-hmm.
You can almost set up between me and the sister's building, that last shot as it turns. You could do almost like VIP, almost like boxes, those last few, just so it'd be real easy to do, and that's already a perfect size, so you can almost set up boxes or something. That's not a terrible.
I know this is a a touchy subject, but the tacos and beer double thing, would people be allowed in there even if it wasn't open yet? Could we do that?
I doubt.
If we asked Brandon if we could, we couldn't let people in.
It doesn't have an occupancy permit.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it doesn't have
yeah.
a CO.
Gotcha.
They don't have, you can't go in.
Unless it's open by the time Christmas gets here.
That would be a good place to watch the parade from, though.
It would be
Gotta
very
admit,
nice.
that little deck. But if they don't have their CO, I'm not getting in trouble with the fire department. Okay, so, yeah, we could do that. We could just find a place. We can take a look. There might be a better place.
Sorry, that one struck my, I mean, and again, if you're not, doesn't have to be crazy expensive, just somewhere a family could sit there and not have to fight other people.
Put in some temporary bleachers.
Even if we we could do like those temporary bleachers at 254 Main.
And at the turn, like he was saying. 'Cause you'd
Yeah.
have a
Well, I was
perfect
more saying
view.
like at the turn, use their same gates and almost like section off, almost like during COVID, it's like, hey, this is your box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost just something where it's simple where your kids are safe, but you have that whole area they could play in and stuff, and as they turn.
But if we boxed in 254 Main and put temporary bleachers, then we could fit like 100 or so people in there to sit on the
That's
bleachers. And it
smart of
goes
you.
up.
Okay.
Well, the bleachers would go, the temporary bleachers.
I thought you were just
would-
trying to get front row. I thought that was the only thing you were trying to do is get.
No,
in.
but if it goes up, I think I would still pay to be able to see over the crowds, especially if I had the kids, me personally.
You have a hot chocolate truck.
Yeah.
Hot truck there too.
Yeah, you could have something else for the VIP area.
Well, that's the only reason I was saying use our back alley, because then you could use that back door of like our auction hall and decorate and have that. Then they can come out of that auction hall door and they can have their like suite. I'm just saying you could use that because there's nothing in that room, and that you could actually use that whole area and kind of box in.
I'm not picturing where you're talking about.
So
Are you
you're
talking
turning
about
right
the-
behind it, right past the sisters where the church is now, right behind my store.
Down the alleyway.
Down the alleyway.
The parade turns down the
Yes.
alleyway?
Yes.
That's they're approaching the end of that point. But you could go down that whole alley with almost like suites and like a VIP area as at the end of the parade.
Like
From where your
this.
stairs are.
Yes.
You know,
How many do you think we could do there?
you know, you could do something like that too.
Well, shoot, I mean,
At
they
the
could
end of the
probably,
street.
they could
See,
even
that's
go
the
down.
alleyway he's talking
We could even use our
Oh,
real
yeah,
parking
because
lot,
the
couldn't we?
street is closed.
Because you guys could,
You could
and
put
it's through
grandstands right there at
Braxton's,
the
our
end of
parking
the
lot.
street As it turns.
You could,
You
and
could
do
put
the
stands there and
VIP
do the
area
same
in that
thing,
parking lot.
Just like that.
Oh, I think I like the,
I know that's where usually it
Show
turns
that
behind the
Brax.
building.
no, look at they closed the road, so Terry's idea works. In the actual street, we could put the temporary bleachers.
You
Make a,
could.
li- make a little, yeah, make a little.
Or-
alley.
I was
Or
just
use
saying,
the
I was just
little
saying
things like
continuing
that.
down.
Yeah, you
could
could,
do it there
well, you
too.
could do it multiple spots. You don't have to
Yeah.
just limit yourself. Yeah, like you're saying, Brax.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just start there, and again, if you sell 6, you make 6. If you sell 20, you make 20.
According to Tara, you're gonna sell 500.
We're gonna have a whole Main Street locked up. It's gonna be like COVID.
We all
over.
gonna be riding around on our own rides, y'all.
I'm
This
positive.
DDA 's
I
gonna be
am
flush.
positive
Just without the
thinking.
masks.
Now I have to buy 500 myself under different names just to say that I was right and Terry was wrong.
Tara Argo, Tara Bargo,
Yeah,
Tara Cargo.
Sarah Argo, Claire Argo, all the Argos are gonna be there. Okay, so the holiday parade idea, light up Loganville is like a selfie trail. Selfies are big in DDAs right now, like go different places and take a selfie there. If if a business signed up for it, like if Tire Doc wants to be on there, they'd pay $200 and we'd come and then we would, like our people who come from the DDA would go there. Or if I sponsored with my business, I'd pay $200 and I'd have a selfie thing installed and that's where you'd go. Then the long-term revenuing is the downtown, like a DDA ornament. I don't know how good that would sell. And also the city does them. Do you guys sell yours ornaments or give them away?
So,
So it might be silly for us to do the same thing. The next one I love is a gala that business owners and city partners can go to, and we could make it black tie, but I love a party, and you'd have to pay for the tickets. We'd get catering and stuff like that. The light sponsoring, the tree sponsoring. Do you have like a tree sponsor? Like, I used my dealership as the example, like Loganville Ford. Could we sell that for you?
Do we have like downtown, built professionally lit up?
The town green is already professionally lit, so y'all aren't gonna change that for Christmas, are you? Yeah, so
So
we would have to pay for it, but you could.
I'll let you,
Light it
I'll,
up like Chick-fil-A does their stuff.
yeah.
I like one or two of your things a lot, but I'll let you finish, then we'll go back and talk through them.
I think that was my last one, the light up sponsorship.
These are good ideas.
The one I think is probably the most feasible that, as a business owner, I'd be like, hey, that sounds fun. If you did some type of competition, if you did this year, if you did a competition with the trees, because I think every one of us on Main Street has a glass window, pretty much. Because that'd be a really fun one where, in a way, you number, like Greg's Barbershop is 1, Braxton's Antique Mall's 2, just work your way down. The churches can participate, the businesses can participate, and then you could actually have like some type of vote and be like, hey, families, after you're done, put the number you like, and then you could turn it into Santa's mailbox, just as something for fun, and the winning business will get a $100 gift card from the DDA, or just
Like
something
a-
simple.
Like a popular vote car show.
Yeah, like a popular vote car show.
Everybody gets a ticket and they turn it, they vote for each. If that's window number 7 and you put 7, you have 3 choices, you put 7, or you vote on 3 of the windows you want, you turn it into the box. It's counted up after, let's say, 3 or 4 hours, and then you award the top
Well,
prize.
I think you let it go all season. So I think you actually let them, as families come downtown, it's from December 1st until December 24th or something like that. And at the end, we'll announce who it was. That way families can come down over different times.
Sure.
And again, like you were saying, like kids and families want to go see lights. And that way it'll really hopefully, because I mean, I know you, tailgaters, the nutrition shop, me, the barber shop, like a lot of us would participate in that. And again, next year we can even talk about more with the buildings and stuff like that, decorating them. I think you got to start not smaller, just more simple. Hey, put up a really cool tree. It's a competition. Let's try this first. And then it'll bring people downtown to look at that. And it also makes our downtown look prettier. And then let people, hey, pick up the cards at Santa's mailbox. You'll fill out your top 3 favorites and then deliver it to Santa's mailbox or something like that. It doesn't have to be, but it'd be a very simple thing to do that doesn't cost anything. That was one of your
I
free
love the
ones.
tree ideas, but I also wish we could get an idea that people outside Main Street could participate too. Like if a small business or even a large business like wanted to put a tree on Main Street, how we could accommodate that. I can't really think of how they would do it, but I wish we could.
Well, and that's one of those things we could look at next year about almost like a alleyway or something where it's open or where something where we could make that happen. But with this one, nothing's in the elements. You decorate your tree, I decorate mine. You're number 8, I'm number 2, whatever. And then hopefully I'll bring people downtown to enjoy looking at them and
Yeah.
walk down the streets.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Monroe did, they had those lights that you could walk through in the park last year. The big, giant light
Oh,
setups.
yeah, that was at
We
that
could
park.
have those in the lawn or in the track and all around City Hall and turn it into a walking path. So people can come and walk through the lights and
You could
take selfies
use
and
that
stuff.
space next to the library, all that land.
all
right
that
there.
land next to the library could be part of it as well.
Yeah.
You better get a grant for those lights. You're talking about probably $200,000.
Yeah, those lights are expensive.
Those lights Monroe had were donated from Lanier Islands to Monroe.
Yeah, I recognize that. I thought that was where they came
Yeah,
from. Yeah.
Chris, trust me, Chrissy's been asking for those lights until we saw the price.
Monroe gets everything.
Well, I think their city manager knew somebody that worked there, so. he
And like
had
I
it
said,
set up.
it's steps. It's more of,
Well, it
hey,
doesn't have to be
here's-
that big. We could just set up our own thing. We could kind of grow it from there too. We could start from something small.
I think, yeah, I mean, again, we promote it. It's almost like the Christmas trail of trees this year. And again, it's almost like even something on the sidewalks to like guide people down and around. And like, there's 15 different trees from 15 different businesses. Enjoy looking and vote on your favorite one. Or just
Yeah, I
something
think so
simple.
too. I think I agree too. If we just start small and do something that the businesses can, we need some direction and we need something to do. And I think that's a great place to start that isn't too overwhelming or,
It doesn't cost us
crazy
anything except a $100
or-
gift card to a business if they want it. It's just something to give
Yeah.
them as incentive.
And one other extra thing for Christmas, we could have like at least one day to where we could maybe get Rick Wages to come as Santa or somebody like that and have a little picture with Santa.
Oh, I
Day.
know the real Santa. His name's Barry.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Now, as far as
So-
decorations, as far as decorations, I've reached out to Stone Mountain Park for the past couple of years and practically begged them to sell me their old Christmas decorations, because I just envisioned them having this huge warehouse full of decorations that they never use anymore. So they sent me down this rabbit hole to this person, this person, this person, but they're still working on it. So I don't know if any of y'all have any contacts at Stone Mountain Park, but every year they change their decorations. So what do they do with all those decorations? And that's how Monroe ended up with all those from Lake Lanier. So there's got to be a way. I just can't get to the right person. So that's your job.
Michael?
I work there, and they pretty much reuse all theirs every year.
They change their theme every year.
I'm sorry?
I said, it looks like they change their theme up every year.
They actually, like the lights and decorations, they hire companies to come in to put most of those up.
Which decorations are you looking for?
All those in the
Just
Crossroads Village.
Anything. I mean, like the big, huge decorations like Monroe has, or like he was talking about doing walking trail or something. We could easily set something like that up on the town green. It's just they're outrageously expensive.
Listen, we might not have time this year, but by next year, we're going to get you
Yeah.
your decorations.
Look, I have a lot going on in
We
my
are
head that
going,
I
we're going
try all
to
the
figure out
time.
how to get you the giant decorations.
Thank you.
Do we have a place where we can keep them though?
Yeah, they have,
Because
we
I'll
have
find
this
a
whole
place.
You'll
school.
find-
I'll find a
We'll
place.
just store them in here.
Right there against the wall.
Just put it right there, yeah.
That's
And that's
fine.
another thing, we got, those things are huge, you gotta have a place to keep it, so that's something to think about too.
All right, so we want to go with tree contest. That's good. We probably need to move a little faster. It's already 7:48. We still got to talk about next year. Anything else? Did we want to do the letters to Santa? I think
I
we.
can, I have a ability to paint that properly for you, so yeah.
Come
so
pick it
it'll
up
last forever.
today. Okay.
If you want that letters to
Yes,
Santa
please.
thing. And as well, I think it might be too soon to try to do a market, do you think? Or do you think we could pull that off? Because I like the idea of doing a market, especially if it was a weekend.
I think.
I'd love to do something big,
if-
something like the Duluth Fest does, like that. We need something big like that, I feel like, for the holidays. That'd be really
I
awesome.
agree. I
We
don't
have
know if
the
we
space
could
to do it.
something that big for this short of notice.
Right.
And the city would have to give us the town green or the parking lot behind. But I
Give us the
know they would love to do that for us, since they won't give us an IGA for 254 Main.
Well, we'll need an IGA if we want to set up any kind of bleachers for the parade, probably as well.
We
so.
need an IGA for that?
Yeah, we're going to need probably approval from council and IGA. The president of the United States will have to write something up for us too, I think.
Oh, you're kidding. I was like, we have an IGA to set up bleachers? Okay, so. All right, we can look into the market thing. I'm just gonna put maybe on that so we can keep moving and we can handle the rest of that.
Markets are tough because those sorts of things are planned out so far out, and you got to compete with other cities. So we might have to earmark that for next year. But that's a great idea, I think. for the
Yeah.
market.
No, that's what I was saying, the same thing. We could definitely talk market. The only other one I thought was definitely feasible this year that we can get the word out, and I don't know if I'd charge this year, would be our downtown, the 12 days, because I know, like Nicole Green, she owns Olive Branch downtown, we're good friends, and they love that. So again, it's one of those, like, talk to Jamie about a tire deal, like first business on Main Street is Jamie, this is the deal he's running today, 12 days. The next one is, I don't even think we have to charge for it, because we honestly have about 12 businesses that would want to participate. Just let them do it, and again, it's one of those, we can have it pre-planned and then just start posting it. And it's one of those, we post it, or I get with Christie and we post like that stuff, like, hey, these are your 12 business days at Christmas or whatever. Each
I
one of these
think,
people.
yeah, I think we post it on our own and get with city council members and other people who use Facebook and ask them to share it. And then I think we can email the events page and they'll share it like, we can do it on our own and then the city
Yeah,
will
because
share
again,
it for
it's
us.
one of those, you can put all 12 days out beforehand. That way, like, people know, like, Jamie, sorry, you're gonna be really busy on Monday because you're offering buy one, get three free, right?
Depends on what I charge for that first time.
Okay, so,
But that's
all right,
some
we'll do that,
feasibility.
but not charge this year. Just I'll come up with like a flyer we can give or
Well,
hand out to
and if it's
businesses.
fine with you, I will I'm promising a lot this week. I don't know what's up.
And you got a baby out.
You're good. It's okay. I'm making business cards. I could talk to the few. Like, I could walk down and really talk to the people who have businesses, and you're one of those people I'll talk to. But, like, actually see, hey, what's a feasible discount or thing you want to offer when we do this, and these are the days we're doing it, and kind of actually talk through things. Because it's it's just something to draw people in your store. I'll talk to Nicole how Monroe does it. It might be the 12 days you offer that same thing, or you are offering on that one day, or some type of deal to really draw people into your business. But I'll do a little bit more research on that and talk to, and see if I can get 12 deals or discounts or whatever that we can promote for that
Well,
business.
we can do more than one. If we don't fill the 12 days, the business can do more than one day.
I agree. I'm going to try to,
So,
I think
We
you'll
can
be
figure
close.
that out.
Yeah, you'll be close. I'll work
yeah.
on that.
But
If
you
you'll
use
find-
the whole downtown overlay though, because it goes over to like Patriots
I will.
Karate and all
Yeah.
that too.
I
So
will.
they could be on there.
If that's
Okay.
fine, I'll take that and run with it.
Yeah. And if we get more than 12, we can do more than one day.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
okay. Did we want to do the holiday parade viewing VIP thing where we charged for a special VIP section for the parade? Are we even allowed to do
I'm about to
that?
say, are we?
I think you're treading on some thin water with that.
You got liability issues, property owner issues.
Yeah, the street's only shut down for an hour or so, and every officer we have works, and it's gonna be a nightmare to regulate who you're gonna charge, where they're gonna sit, and then where's the bleachers coming from, who's gonna move the bleachers, because it's a big task to get that road open within an hour after we gotta move all the barricades. And then you get the whole thing of it's right away, how are you charging for me to stand on the sidewalk? I could see those being an issue. Not saying that you can't be done, but saying it would.
I think the only way, after hearing that, the only way I really think is possible, first off, is not that I really am like, hey, use back there, but if you use that alley, that's not the main right of way that the city owns anyway, and you do some type of almost like, not suites, you're really just gonna use those barricades and have like squares. And again, you can have like concessions and stuff for those areas. But like he said, the only thing I'd be concerned about is I guess anybody can complain about anything, but that way it's at least off the right of way. It's back there, it's private, and the kids are safe, and everybody, like I said, you're still on the city of Loganville's property, but you're not on the right of way, where that way it doesn't be cleaned up that second when it's done.
Gotcha.
If you were
So I
going to do
think maybe we skip that one for now until we do, I mean, we got
You
other
can always
stuff.
sell hot chocolate if you want to make some money.
A 50 cents a customer?
Hot
I would be
chocolate and
surprised how
coffee.
many people sell stuff.
Hot
I'm just
chocolate
saying.
and coffee. That car show that we had.
I actually
there-
make
there's
a
some
lot of hot
coffee
chocolate
there.
when
Or
I-
coffee,
yeah.
I mean,
Gold
if
mine.
it's cold,
But it was cold
this
that
is
day.
not a,
Yeah, we sell
Something
hot
simple.
chocolate at the parade, but I let the kids do that. We could think of something else if we wanted to do something at the parade. I just needed a list of things you guys could ship from. So we're gonna do the Main Street Christmas trees, and you're gonna go, or no?
I'll
I'm gonna
also
do that.
work on that one too.
David, you're gonna paint the mailbox, we're gonna do the letter to Santa thing, and we'll write back, and we're gonna do the 12 days of deals downtown campaign.
Got it.
And I think all the rest we're gonna, unless you guys wanna have a fancy black tie gala.
That'd be cool.
All right,
What
I definitely
what would
like
be what would be the possibility of having all the merchants that we have on Main Street be open the Friday night of the Christmas parade?
I am always open from.
You're
2
about the only one that's open during
hours.
the parade, honestly.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people downtown, but again, just a thought.
We will be open this year. We haven't in the past, but we've already talked through that. So we're changing a lot of stuff to be more open for those events, but we'll be open. But again, there's not many of us. I mean, you have tailgaters, you,
Tail Feathers opens on Autumn Fest. I haven't seen it open before, other than that. Autumn
Yeah.
Fest.
and then you have,
Flex
Gym.
Gym,
yeah, the gym, and they're really good at that stuff.
maybe
Yeah,
the
I think-
salon could open and make appointments. I mean, who knows?
I don't disagree with that.
Just thinking, you got a lot of people.
I'll
down there.
talk, I'm gonna, pretty much with the tree, I'm gonna go business to business and talk to them about this. And so I'll talk to
But
them about it.
when you do that, you probably need to get an email address that's good, so we can communicate with them as a group
I'll
in the
talk, me and
future.
you'll talk.
Yeah, because we could just email them and say, hey, we're doing the
Yeah.
parade on this day. We would love for you to be open. This many people are coming. Here's the benefit.
And that's pretty much going to be our Facebook group, because at that point, it'll be just an email thread with our business owners. And that's what we kind of were talking
Yeah,
about. to
that's a
start
good
with.
idea. All right, so next we need to talk about 2026 goals. Wait, did anyone have any other Christmas ideas? I just put mine down because
That was all Christmas?
that was all
I
Christmas.
thought you were going into the 2026.
Now we're about to. 2026 goals, I put community events, business resources, revenue streams, revitalization. Nothing in my ideas has anything to do about real estate. So if we find out that we get real estate, this obviously would have to be adjusted so that we could do it. So, basically I broke it down into like 4 different, actually 7 different sections. I just don't think we have time to go through all of them tonight unless you guys want to keep going. But we do need to maybe all read this over and then at the next one talk, because this is all for 2026. So it doesn't really matter that we got through the Christmas, and figure out what we're going to do with the $25,000 the city gifted us, because obviously they want us to do something. It's been a few months. We need to do something. And then if you guys have any ideas, we need to quickly add to the list. These are just my ideas.
Why don't we just sort of digest this for the next meeting?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is if you have, unless you guys have any ideas you want us to think about also. If anyone came up with anything for 2026 they wanted to. But like I said, it has nothing about the real estate or any of that. It does have some about like filling in the blank areas, which, as you know, in our training was a big deal. It's like the open business spots, the open land and stuff is a problem when you're trying to revitalize downtown. So we definitely need to talk about that, but the other part I completely left out. Anybody have anything they want to add to this that we're going to study before November 20th? All right.
We can always add it prior to the next meeting. If we
Yeah,
do come up with some
obviously
ideas.
through email, if you come up with some ideas, or read mine and come up with a better version of what I put out there.
Yeah, I'm running it through spell check.
I already did that. I'm just kidding. So, all right, now we are at public comment. We lost everyone but 2.
I don't have a comment, I have an invitation.
Okay.
The Loganville Historic Society is doing our 3rd annual cemetery tour. That will be this Sunday at 3 o'clock. We're doing Hillcrest, which is the cemetery across the street from the water tower behind A Bite to Eat. Starts at 3 o'clock. It's not spooky, it's historical, and we hope to see everybody there. And by the way, Not of This World Tattoos is putting up our tent and putting out a table, and they are donating a cooler for water. So I want to thank them publicly for their donation. But again, I welcome everybody. I think Gary at A Bite to Eat is going to donate VIP cards. Anybody wants to eat, he's going to give 10% off that day. So there's a lot of things going on, and I hope everybody would come out.
You need to get a tattoo for appreciation.
Yeah, I'm going to get a big old tombstone on there.
Listen, I love Not of This World tattoo. Okay, so how about any other public comment? Kyle, Christy, Skip, Danny, do you have anything to add?
Well, this Saturday, we have Trick or Treat on Main Street. It's always a great time to see a lot of kids in costume and whatnot, give away a lot of candy.
Sponsored by the local dentist.
All right. Someone has to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
We are done.
You don't have to pull that one out of the